What in the heck did we buy? What's up, everybody? I know it's been a little while, like several months. I have been freaking absolutely losing my mind with work. We're super busy, but I figured I'd do it. Everyone's been asking about for some videos. I've run into a lot of people in the last couple weeks, and a lot of people are like, what the heck, like why aren't you even making any videos? And like, I've just been busy. But you know what, that those people that, you know who you are, my good buddy Ryan, I grew up with, ran into him a couple times in the last several weeks, and he said that he loves the videos, and that was pretty cool to hear that, especially from somebody that I grew up with. So Ryan, I'm gonna make you some videos. So anyways, I bought this a couple months ago now. It's a 2012 Cat 501 HD harvester with the fixed head on it. It's got like 7,700 hours on it. I bought it from a guy who is owner-operator. There's actually other videos of this on YouTube. If you go to Spruce, I can never think of the numbers. I gotta look. I'll put it down below. But so anyways, bought this from a guy up in Maine. His brother has a channel. If you want to see somebody, go check out his channel. I will put the link down below this, because he really knows how to run this thing, and he, you know, it's pretty impressive what somebody that has some time in one of these can put down. I'm getting pretty good with it, but I still have a long way to go. So anyways, yeah, I was really nervous about buying this just because you don't, like, there's just so much maintenance, and there's just a lot of stuff you don't really know about when buying used forestry equipment. Like this thing, it takes a beating. Like, you're in the roughest conditions, there's shit falling, there's a lot of things going on, and if somebody doesn't give a crap about their equipment, it's gonna show later in life. But this thing's clean. I mean, it's in good shape. He did an undercarriage on it, so it's got some stuff done to it. He was gonna keep it, actually, and then just the markets just kind of went to crap up there, so he decided not to keep it, and he's gonna get rid of it. So we jumped on it, paid a good amount of money for this machine. Like, I don't need to explain how much, but it was a lot. So I'm gonna do like a little bit more like in depth, and like talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it. A big question I've been getting is, everyone's like, oh, what'd you do? Like, where's the Deuce on? Where's the Ryan's head? Like, what's going on with that? I still have that, still using it. It's just as busy as it ever was. Unfortunately, I've actually been spending more time in that instead of this, but I had a bunch of big land clearing work thrown at me, and had to get it done, and it was a lot of mulching. It's tough for me to put somebody in the Deuce on with the mulching head, just because there's a lot going on, and you can really cause a lot of damage if you're not careful with it. So things are like finally getting back to normal. Finally in the woods. So happy to be back in the woods. I really don't actually like land clearing. It's pays the bills, but it's kind of just a pain in the butt. I bought a chipper, and like, I'm set up to do clearing. It's just I want to be doing this. I want to be doing forestry related stuff, whether it's wildlife projects, thinning, or like TSI kind of stuff, like timber stand improvement. Like, this is what I love to do. This is what I built my business on, and this is why I bought this machine, is because the Deuce on is always on. It's always got somewhere to be, and it's so hard for me to like put it on a job and cut with it and then go do something else with it. So in an ideal situation, I think if I have it on a big, in the, you know, when things slow down in the wintertime, when we're like all together on one big job, like I think I'm actually going to spend some time cutting. Like, I'll cut a head with the Deuce on and the Ryan's head. I'm definitely way fat. I could put a ton of timber down on the ground with that thing. But this right here is like for processing wood. Like, I cannot explain how amazing it is to sit there with hairy firewood and crap, like all the stuff that just you spend with a chainsaw, limit up and wasting time on stuff that's not even really worth a lot of money. This thing right here, it eats stuff. It's not obviously gonna, you're not gonna cut massive timber with it. I didn't buy this expecting to be able to cut everything with it. Like we still are gonna always have chainsaw work. I definitely think I can cut a bigger tree with the Ryans opposed to this, just because like it's a little bit, you gotta get, I mean, you could put a big tree in there. Just the way it's set up, it's a processor. Yes, you could cut off the stump with it. I've been cutting off the stump with it for a couple weeks up here now. So when I get the time, I will get into more detail and like talk about like the ups and downs and like what I think about this whole setup and how it's fitting into our operation. This thing's a badass machine though. I gotta say, like, it's the Ryan's head's a dangle head, so when you're cutting, you can eat this, like, you literally cut the tree, pick it up, and you're putting it where you want to. Like, this is, I'm 6 foot tall, and as you can see, it's bigger than I am. So this is a serious head. Like, it means business. But I just wanted to catch up with everybody. If you've made it this far, we're going on 6 minutes here. I don't know how much I'm gonna edit this out. If you made it this far, I'm about to put this thing on here and we're going for a time lapse. I finally feel good enough where I can get in this thing, put the camera on it, and I'm not gonna look like a total idiot. Bear with me, I have probably less than, I don't even know, 50, 60 hours total in this thing. So I'm still pretty green. I still have a lot to learn. I'm also cutting a job that isn't marked. I don't usually do this. I normally always cut timber that is marked by a forester. So it's much easier to be like, okay, these trees have paint, cut these trees with paint. Here, it's heavy. There's a lot of oak in here. There's a lot of triple and doubles. There's also a lot of wood that's like kind of just like junk. Like there's a lot of like this oak right here. Like this is like just some junky black oak. Like as soon as it goes up, it gets all gnarly and crappy. Like, so I'm kind of cutting the stuff that's junk a little bit heavier, trying to leave some really nice stuff that will promote good, like healthy, strong genetic trees that will hopefully regen here. There is a ton of white oak and red oak, little saplings everywhere. Like they're literally everywhere here. So hopefully some sunlight and some good forest practices. This is going to be a really, really, really awesome stand of timber, which, you know what, we may actually end up coming back to cut this someday. We're working for a really great landowner, someone who we've worked for a long time, done a lot of stuff. She has a beautiful piece of property. But so you kind of see like cutting in a strip, like leaving some of the medium-sized stuff. Like oak firewood isn't really that crazy desirable around here, so I try and like leave some of the nice younger oaks. There's certain areas you should probably cut them all. There's areas where I'm not really cutting that heavy. If I get an area that's like a bunch of nicer stuff, and if it's like medium size like this, I'll leave it. But just want to catch up. I know it's been a while. Thanks to everybody for the support. I really appreciate the hell out of it, because I like making videos because I enjoy doing it. And like, I think that hearing some people tell me that they thought I'd, make good videos and they like watching them means a lot to me. So you all know who you are, and I want to say thank you, and stick around. I'm gonna put in a hopefully pretty bad to the bone time lapse of this beast right behind me. Maybe it will come out like crap and I'll do something stupid and break a hose, as Stump Jumper always says. Curse of the GoPro camera, but let's hope we don't get that today. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna drop the time lapse like immediately behind it. So look for that. Sometimes YouTube like puts my stuff to the back burner because I don't have a lot of subs, whatever. But there's going to be another time lapse coming up right after this video. I promise it will be cool. So thanks for watching. See you guys soon.